I'd like you all to welcome Timothy Leary.
Terence McKenna means a great deal to me. I would say he's one of the 5 or 6 most important people on the planet. I can't even think of any others. Short-term memory loss, but... By the way, the role that Terence is playing right now is one that takes not only vision, but it also takes fucking courage.
I'm a child of the 60s, born in 1946, went to Berkeley as a freshman in 1965, did the India circuit, did the LSD circuit, went to South America. I've written a number of books about shamanism and hallucinogens and psychoactive plants. And I share an idea, which is that the world is moving at an ever greater acceleration towards some kind of complete redefining of all aspects of reality.
Reality is not only not as you supposed it to be, but it's not like anybody supposed it to be. So here we are, once again, gathered to contemplate the forward rush toward the unspeakable, the historical ascent from the unknowable, and this very delicate moment of equilibrium, which is called the here and now. How are we doing? How are we doing in the here and now? What we all share, I think, is this belief that spirit is in ascent, that spirit is manifesting and moving toward completion. Some people don't like the word spirit. They think you have to have a philosophical and theological disputation going if you talk about spirit. Let's just define it here for practical purposes as consciousness. The feeling of being conscious is the feeling of the indwelling of spirit. Where we really want to be is naked, singing in the rainforest, stoned and exalted, one with the souls of the ancestors, one with the Gaian spirit of the planet. It's not, as Milton said, the God who hung the stars like lamps in heaven, but it's the God of the oceans and the jungles and the ice caps and the rivers and the glaciers and the great schools of fish and the deserts. And it's the goddess of the earth. It's the mind of organic life on this planet. great news that all shamanism can attest to and is built on is the news that there is a sentient, minded, caring entity that surrounds and holds the planet in its hands, in its heart. Call it Gaia, call it God, call it the spirit of nature. It doesn't matter what you call it. It transcends the rational apprehension of higher primates. Is our destiny to become the gardener caretakers of a revivified earth? Or is the earth like a placenta because we're on our way to some grander, higher domain of being? A good definition of shamanism is a shaman is somebody who has seen the end. And if you've seen the end, then you come back and take your place in the play with an entirely different attitude. Now deeply embedded in the pattern, we can see enough of what's ahead of us to begin to actually feel the texture of the end of human history. It's no longer an abstraction.
Joseph, Chief Joseph, grandfather of this land, your ghost is hanging round, reaching out its hand. Joseph, Chief Joseph, should I don my war feathers where the sun now stands on this golden land? I will fight no more forever. Chief Joseph, won't you help me understand? our buildings pierce the sky, and our fences split the land. Joseph, Chief Joseph, should I don my war feathers where the sun now stands on this golden land? I will fight no more forever. The sky is brown and the rain is yellow. The children go to school, but their eyes are hollow. The great and mighty chiefs can't even build a fire. Joseph, won't you tell us what to do? Where the sun now stands on this golden land. We're a mighty warrior, 'cause you knew I'm not to fight. To save the little children from the pony soldiers' fight. Now how can I live with the ones who make the rules? When they dam the snake a river, turn the fish die in pools. And did you lose a lot of braves when you cross the Snake River? Some folks are takers and some folks are givers. Yet you know the Great Spirit is a-coming to the land. And you know the Earth Mother gonna win in the end. The eagle's in the sky and the raven is calling. The earth is gonna laugh when the dam is falling. The coon's in the log and the bee is in the corn. Soon Chief Joseph is coming back home. Where the sun now stands on this golden land, I will fight no more forever. Where the sun now stands on this golden land, I will fight no more forever.
What is the antidote to all this spiritual materialism? It is, and I blush to even say the word, it is love. Obviously, it is a tremendous state of lovelessness that makes people behave so foolishly, so unconsciously. Even the straight people who own the world with their long-term and short-term projections, when you propagate all these trends, it seems very clear that business as usual is no longer an option.
Oregon has a reputation for greenest state in all the nation, but photos from a distant station caused a major confrontation in Oregon, home of the old ones, Big Fir and Ponderosa Pine. Have you View from space is quite amazing. God's eye view of the Amazon basin. What about the massive raping of these woods by corporations? Oregon, home of the old ones, home of the wise and ancient trees. What you gonna do with the money-hungry devil? What you gonna do with the greedy businessman? Robin Hood, where are you when we need you? Mother Nature's looking for a few good men. 9/10 of the old-growth forest fell like soldiers there before us. Chainsaws from some deadly infantry ground out pulp and printed currency. Oregon, money ain't worth it. Don't let them cut the old ones down. Tree farms don't replace the forest. Heaven help us to restore it. Clear God's in those secret places. Drive God's critters from their places. Oregon, learn from the red man, friend of the wise and ancient tree. What you gonna do with the money-hungry devil? What you gonna do with the greedy businessman? Robin Hood, where are you when we need you? Mother Nature's looking for a few good men.
We call these substances consciousness-expanding agents. Well, now, if consciousness does not play a major part in the future history of our species, then what kind of a future history are we talking about? Are we going to become stupider, duller, more animal-like? I don't think so. Consciousness is our defining quality, and it must be nourished, encouraged, catalyzed, never more so than now, because we have a planet in peril. People who say adventure has fled, it's all humdrum, I just know, that they have forgotten the 5 grams of psilocybin sitting in their refrigerator. This is what psychedelics do, whether you like them or hate them, whether you denounce them or embrace them. They dissolve boundaries. They dissolve boundaries. Some of this can be humorous, can dissolve the boundary between you and your cat, or you and your washing machine, for that matter, if you're not careful. These things, which look like, it's very hard to force language into these dimensions and then bring it back. But what they look like to me is self-transforming, self-dribbling basketballs or something. They come bounding forward. When you enter into the space, there's a kind of a cheer, hooray. If what your question addresses is the issue of entities on the other side, there are definitely entities on the other side for me, and there seem to be such for... It's a situation in which you see them, they see you, and relationship between you and them is very rapidly evolving. They seem to have been waiting. Feeling pretty comfortable here. Show me what you are for yourself. Show me what you really are. Well, immediately the temperature drops. Black draperies begin to lift, and there's an organ tone straight out of the Bach B minor Mass that shakes the room, and after about 30 seconds of this, you just say, enough already. There are truths out there that the termite mind of man, I think, is not ready to handle.
Go towards the south.
The universe is full of things no human mind can cognize or apprehend. It ain't gonna be like you think it is. That's the one thing you can take to the bank.
don't know how much intelligence there is in the universe, but we certainly know that something has broken out on this planet in our species that is like nothing else in the order of nature.
Kings of old fashioned harps of gold, and the merlins read from their oracle. And when the high priestess released her miracle, there was I. I don't live anywhere, yet I live everywhere, beyond the sea. I live up in the air. I am a poet's verse. I am the universe. Now what am I? In many realms I frolic through the stars, and you were made for love, that's what you are. And when the sword of shining spirit slides with ease from solid stone, then you will know me. Then you'll know me. And heaven isn't heaven all alone. When the darkened tower of separateness melts into the sun, then you'll know me. You'll know me. I make the miracle, I make the spectacle, though I'm not logical, and I'm not practical, but I'm invisible. That makes it magical. Now what am I? I am love.
Practice for the future which is inevitable. Now, which future is inevitable? Well, here's one that's a fairly safe bet. Your death. Your death is a reasonable expectation. Maybe not everybody in this room will know death. I'm willing to entertain the possibility that some may choose download rather than death. But most of us will eventually face death. We are headed collectively toward a death rebirth experience. when you die, you literally, as appears, dissolve. And where you go is forward and backward into time along the tracks and trails of the genetic machinery. In other words, at the moment of death, you become your children and your parents. What is happening here is not the death of a species or the death of a planetary ecosystem. What is happening here is the birth of a new cosmic order. All that we can see of it at this point in time is the rosy glow of its promise. Dawn is breaking over Jerusalem. The east is streaked with red. In the west, permanence is our great bugaboo. Because we are born into the realization that everything is slipping through our fingers at the very moment that it comes into existence. It's a cause for exaltation, it's a cause for despair. It's that nothing lasts. Nothing lasts. Not your fortune, not your misfortune, not your lovers, your enemies, your children, ultimately not even your own life and body. Everything fades. To the future, without fear, without fear. can't believe